Alright, YouTube, it's the Shadow King, King Nazru. So, yeah, it's come to my recent attention that I've made more than 100 videos. And I didn't celebrate this because I was kind of busy with other things. So, to celebrate it, I'm going to do a review of something I was planning on doing but never got around to. And I'm going to start reviewing the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game for the PS4. Now, thanks to my videos acting up again, I'm going to have to cut this into segments. So, let's start off with the story. Uh, like the title says, it's based off the movie. Well, loosely based. I'll explain. In the story of the game, Spider-Man is dealing with the demons of letting down his uncle by letting the man who became his uncle's killer go, and he's trying to receive closure, redemption through this by tracking down his uncle's killer. And as he does this, he learns that there's a escalating crime wave going on between the Russian mafia. No, the Rhino has nothing to do with this, unless you played the Android game, and Herman Schultz's gang, aka the Shocker. And yes, he becomes Shocker. And all while that is happening, the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk, is building his own empire and trying to combine all of the criminals under his rule. And to do this, he is secretly trying to suppress the crime wave by collaborating with Oscorp, which is being run by Harry Osborn after the death of his father, Norman Osborn, due to disease, which Harry has inherited. So Kingpin is also trying to take advantage of this by trying to take Oscorp by any means necessary, to which Harry is trying to deny him at every turn, so he can get a cure. And it plays a little bit much like how it did in the movie. Harry tries to find a cure, tries to go to Spider-Man for it. Spider-Man says no because he fears that he might either become a cross species or he might die, and Harry feels betrayed, and he takes desperate measures and becomes the Green Goblin. And I thought that was integrated rather well. Now back to the Uncle Ben's killer thing. Early on, when Spider-Man almost catches the criminal Carradine, Carradine is killed by Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage, who doesn't become Carnage until the end of the game. And Spider-Man has to deal with the turmoil of conflicted feelings. Now he can't redeem himself for what happened to his uncle. He won't have that closure. He feels conflicted about this guy did something so vile and disgusting, yet he put an end to the man who wronged me and my family, and I somehow feel grateful and indebted to this person. And I thought that was great. That was such a great arc for Spider-Man. Now, what I feel the story is at its weakest is with Max Dillon, aka Electro, because Electro is really underused, so underused that he's practically irrelevant to the overall story. What it starts off much more like the movie where Spider-Man saves his life, this time from the Russian mafia when they're invading Oscorp instead of on the streets when the Alexei Sistovich, aka the Rhino, is driving a truck and causing havoc there. And naturally, Max Dillon starts worshiping Spider-Man as his friend, thinks he's his partner or whatnot. But then when we go back to see him for the second time, he's already Electro. It's at the Times Square fight, and there's like no cutscene building up to those things. Everything that's happened between point A to point B, is happens in audio files, and that felt, man, that was kind of disrespectful. We don't even get a second fight. He is completely superfluous to the story, outside of saying that Ravencroft is doing villainous experiments. And you could have just had any other character. Heck, you could just had a made-up character do something like that, and that would have gotten the same point across. So, overall, the story role is great, but it really gets weakened by Max Dillon, who was done much better in the movie, and so the greater goal. Because Max Dillon isn't even the final villain in the game. It's Carnage. That's really disappointing. So next time I'll talk about the gameplay.